It's Joe from Extreme Terrain. In this video, we're going over the Injen dual muffler axle back exhaust with black tips, fitting all 18 and newer 2-liter or 3.6-liter JLs. Now, this is going to be an awesome upgrade for you if you're looking to pay a little bit extra for a high-quality, USA-made stainless steel muffler system that's going to add awesome blackout looks and moderate volume to your Jeep. So, as you guys just heard, this is going to be a huge upgrade over the factory exhaust. In my opinion, a lot of that is going to be tone. If you're looking for volume, this is probably not going to be the loudest system out there. It's definitely not the quietest. And with that said, I'm going to give it a solid 3 out of 5 on our weight to neighbor scale. As far as tone goes, like I said, I really enjoy this one. It's got a little bit of a burble on the upshift as well, which adds a little bit of a race car feel to that 3.6 Pentastar. So let's dive into exactly what is going to be making that noise. So let's talk a little bit about build quality. This kit is going to be 304 grade TIG welded mandrel-bent stainless steel. Now, just to break that down a little bit for you guys, TIG welds, they look a little nicer, they're a little bit stronger too. However, they take a lot longer. Injen definitely did not have to do that, but it's a nice touch and I appreciate that. Mandrel bends, all that means is throughout the length of any bends here, you're not going to have any wrinkles in that tubing. The walls of the tube, they're going to be nice and smooth, allowing your exhaust gases to escape as fast as possible. And that's exactly what you want out of any exhaust kit. 304 grade stainless, that is pretty much going to be the highest quality stainless you'll find on an exhaust system. If you're looking to keep your Jeep for a really long time and you're looking to have an axle back hold up, that is going to be a great offering, and this one definitely checks all the boxes in terms of build quality. Now, just to add on to longevity, it does have that awesome black ceramic powder coating on there, which adds to the looks, and it's going to serve as another layer of protection over top of that stainless steel. This kit is going to start off with some 2.5-inch diameter piping, just like the factory stuff. From there, though, we have a straight pipe, again, keeping those mandrel bends right here until you get to the wide pipe. This is going to be a dual muffler setup, so the exhaust gases are going to have their own muffler going to this tip and their own muffler going to that tip. This is going to be their straight through muffler. That's where most of our sound is going to be coming from, and again, huge upgrade over the factory stuff. They even add to the looks by embossing the Injen logo right here on the side. Out the back of those mufflers, we have 3-inch diameter tubing, and at the end of those, we have some awesome black chrome tips. They're angled, they're rolled over, and they have the Injen logo on the side, and they look awesome, perfect complement to any blackout build. Now, one thing I do have to mention with an exhaust like this one is this is not going to be CARB certified, so if you live in a state that adopts those emission standards, California Air Resources Board, this is not going to pass smog. We do have some other options out there that will, however, this one is not going to be for you. If you live in a state that doesn't abide by those rules, this is going to be just fine. So next up, let's talk a little bit about pricing. Now, it's going to be expensive, but again, you guys could probably gather the reason for that. Build quality and materials here are going to be bar none. Also, this thing is made right here in the USA. It also includes a limited lifetime warranty, so expect to pay top dollar for something like this. Simply put, gonna cost you right around 750 bucks. But if you're looking for the top of the line with a good tone and a little bit of a burble on the upshift, this is a great option. Moving right along, let me show you how to get this thing installed on your Jeep. The JL muffler is pretty easy to work with as far as removal goes, and getting this thing up is going to be the reverse of that. I'm going to give this an easy 2 out of 3 wrenches on our difficulty meter. Should take you at most 2 hours if you come with the right tools. So without any further ado, let me show you what tools you'll need and how it's done. Tools I use for this install will include the impact, ratchet, a pry bar, 17 and 15 millimeter sockets, an 8mm Allen key, and a spray lubricant like PB Blaster can help you get these hangers moving. So removing a JL muffler, this is going to be pretty simple. It's held on with 2 rubber hanger isolators, one on either side of the muffler, and there's another one over there by the tailpipe, so 2 in total, and then a 15mm clamp up here on the over axle pipe, which we're going to loosen up second. First thing we're going to do is pop the hangers out of their isolators. Here's how I like to do it. If you just grab a pry bar and get that situated underneath the Jeep, go ahead and push to the side here. That's gonna pop off just like so. Same thing goes on the other side. Now, one thing I always like to note, now that we have the muffler hanging down a little bit, if you do struggle with this and you need to remove these, it's held on with a couple 13mm bolts. There's one here and one up at the top facing the other way. You could always loosen those up with the 13mm socket and a U-joint, and this thing will come down as one. Then you could transfer those over to the new muffler. And this is the clamp that's holding on our muffler now. 15mm socket to loosen that up. All right, so now that we have our factory muffler removed off of our JL here, now's the perfect time to bring in our new Injen muffler, put the two next to each other, and draw some comparisons between both of these kits. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is the stainless steel used between both of these kits. Now, the factory stuff, that's going to be 409 grade stainless steel. That's mid-grade stuff. You'll see a little bit of surface rust on there, but it'll never affect the structural integrity of this exhaust. However, Injen is going to take that to the next level. They're going with a 304 grade stainless steel, which simply put is pretty much the highest grade you'll ever see on any vehicle exhaust out there. So really, really nice stuff. If you're looking to keep your Jeep for the longest time and hold on to your Jeep basically until the end of days, that 304 grade stainless steel is going to be perfectly fine. Now, they take that to the next level actually by going with that black ceramic coating over top of it and basically another layer of protection. So if you're looking for longevity, this is going to be a great pick. On top of that, the welds are a little bit better as well. Standard stuff, you have those blotchy MIG welds over here. You have the TIG stuff. They really didn't need to do that. It takes a lot longer to do a TIG weld than it does to do a MIG weld. However, they're a little bit cleaner and they're a little bit more structurally sound as well. So well done, Injen. This thing is definitely pretty stout. So now just moving through our kits, we'll start with piping diameter. We'll work our way from the inlet all the way back to the tips. Both of these going to be 2.5 inch piping up here. However, a factory pipe does kind of sandwich itself out a little bit to make a little bit more room for suspension components. Injen, not a problem. They fixed that perfectly fine with just a straight through pipe and some clever bends. Now at that point, you get to the wide pipe, which is going to split into our two mufflers. Before we talk about those, let's talk about the factory one. The factory one, you can see over here just how big, restrictive, and heavy this guy is. We're changing that out for two straight through Injen mufflers. Again, these are going to be a huge upgrade. They're straight through, so it's not going to resist the exhaust flow. And on top of that, they're embossed with the Injen logo on the side. That's where most of our sound is going to be coming from, and it's a giant upgrade. Now, after the mufflers, we move into dual 3-inch piping. Now, comparing that to factory, we just have that 3-inch pipe just basically exiting with a slash cut. Not the prettiest thing in the world. The Injen definitely fixes things here. We have dual 4-inch rolled edge slash cut tips. They're black chrome. They have the Injen logo on top of them. And again, another giant upgrade. So that's pretty much it as far as differences and similarities between these two exhaust kits. We're gonna grab that Injen clamp that comes with our new exhaust. We're gonna get this situated and then we'll tighten everything down. So first thing you wanna do, go ahead and throw that clamp over the inlet pipe. And there's 3 spots we gotta get this situated in. Number 1, obviously the piping needs to go together. And 2, we gotta get this started in both of our hangers. Now we're going to use a 17mm socket to tighten down that clamp. Next thing we could do is throw on our exhaust tips. And once you have that lined up, you can tighten those down with an 8mm Allen key. And we're going to hit the same thing over here on the other side. So guys, that's going to do it for my review and install of the Injen dual muffler axle back exhaust with black tips, fitting all 18 and newer 2-liter and 3.6-liter JLs. As always guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you keep it right here at Extreme Terrain for all things Jeep.